looking down on pollution, and the only intelligence I can find are the ones who call my show every day and every night. That does not include Mad Mac or MX. That does not include Mad Mac or MX. I'm on top of the big truck of the region looking down on pollution, and the only intelligence I can find are the ones who call my show every day and every night. That does not include Mad Mac or MX. That does not include Mad Mac or MX. Hi, I'm Jim Diedlow, host of JED in America here on AM 1230 WJOB and 104.7 FM. Also, streaming live on the TuneIn app if you get out of range. And don't forget that you can also catch us in video on AM 1230 WJOB, on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And since I have hired a couple of Purdue Northwest marketing students, along with the videographer of all videographers, Christina Cortez, we are working on a new outlet for you that will make it easier for the internet challenged to find my show whenever they want to watch it. And so we'll have an announcement on that coming up soon. So what are the announcements now? Well, first of all, it's still in the 40s here in the Midwest, and it's late May. But by Friday afternoon, it's supposed to be 90 degrees. So this sweater I'm wearing will stink like a wet canvas blanket under an elephant at the Shrine Circus by late Friday. Hey, thanks for beeping. That is courtesy of NIPSCO, the local power company. So what do? I come out here and I talk about things that are going on in the country, and you guys can just, this will be your wake-up call, and you don't have to really go and watch all the national news that make everything so frantic all the time. We just take it, we do it at my pace, which is kind of spacey, it's tinted by wampum. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Harvey? That one's Harvey. I'm giving everybody a name, just so you know. All right, what's going on in the world? Let's see, why don't we put that baby down, so we can read here. Hey, first of all, in Georgia's gubernatorial primary, Democrats elected a woman who could become the first black female governor in American history, but no Republican candidate gathered more than 50% of the vote, so the top two face a July runoff. Stacey Abrams, she secured the Democratic nomination, becoming the first woman to do so. She will face either Lieutenant Governor Casey Cagle or Brian Kemp. It's scheduled for July 24th. So Abrams beat State Rep Stacey Evans in a race featuring two former legislative colleagues tussling over ethics accusations and their respective records on education. Abrams' campaign was plagued by allegations of ethics violations, including that she reimbursed herself money from campaign accounts without recording it, and that she used campaign resources to promote book sales from which she personally profited. You know, I don't know. Honestly, we run these radio stations. We have to file all sorts of stuff. Hey, what's up? And the regulation, you guys have heard me bitch about it at length. To walk in here and buy a political ad, you gotta open up your heart. But to buy, the Russians can go on Facebook and influence an election. America's doesn't make any sense. Let's continue to have a regulatory machine so that a lot of people can have a job of radio, but let's not do any of that for Google and Facebook. And just because I'm saying that, I'll probably be downgraded on the algorithm, just so you know. But anyways, why would you run? I mean, if you're going to run for office, anything on your campaign, man, it's almost like there must be some sort of an industry of people who look at campaigns, and really, if you're going to do it right, you got to hire someone for $250,000 a year and have them follow you around and look at every nickel that's spent and every place you go and every hand you shake so that there's no ethics violation. I don't know, this woman may have done it. Donald Trump may have done it. We got a sheriff going to jail for 15 years over 15 grand, and that was basically from campaign. I don't know. I just don't get it. Why? I mean, really, we're so regulated here to do anything political, and candidates are so regulated, and yet we have an internet where it's like the Wild West. You can do whatever you want. Doesn't make sense, people. No one cares, but I'll just... Hey, do you care about grizzly bears? I do. I'm a bear hugger. Wyoming could allow a grizzly bear hunting for the first time in decades when state officials vote Wednesday whether to allow as many as 22 grizzlies to be killed this fall outside Yellowstone and Grand Teton National Parks. Environmental groups, including the Sierra Club and Native American tribes, say the hunt would undermine decades of work to restore grizzlies in the Yellowstone ecosystem. About 700 grizzlies now inhabit the region, including parts of Idaho and Montana. Hey, what's up? Thanks for beeping. Up from 136 in 1975 when they were listed as a threatened species. All right, you know what? I'll take a phone call. Anybody want to shoot a grizzly? 219-845-1100. Anybody? We can go hunting on the weekend and you go like, hey, honey, where you going? I'm going hunting. I'll be back in about 4 days. Where are you guys going? Well, we're going to Montana. We're going to try to shoot a grizzly. Really? I can't believe that. Well, pick up some milk on the way home, will you? Author Philip Roth, who was both hailed and derided for laying bare the neuroses and obsessions that haunted the modern Jewish American experience, died yesterday at the age of 85. You remember Portney's complaint? Gosh, it's hard to get through, really, because there's so many scenes of, well, anyways. It is a first-person narrative about Alexander Portnoy, a young, middle-class Jewish New Yorker. The book featured several notorious masturbation scenes and a narrator who declared he wanted to put the id back in the yid. And I don't think that went over real well in the Jewish American community. I want to put the id back in the yid. All right, how would that go? I want to put the id back in the yid. Anyways, President Donald Trump on Tuesday declined to say whether he has confidence in Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein or Stein as the Justice Department kicks off a review into the FBI's interactions with the Trump campaign. Excuse me. This is, you can't make it up every day. I'm serious. I can't wait to get home to see what the last thing is. Excuse me. Hey, who was that? Was that Ralph Cramden? Excuse me. Beautiful sunrise, by the way. Excuse me, I have the president of South Korea here, Trump said when asked about the Deputy Attorney General during a joint media appearance with South Korean President Moon Jae-in, who's visiting Washington. The question came one day after Trump met with Stein, to discuss the president's public calls for DOJ to hand over classified documents regarding the work of an FBI informant who made contact with members of Trump's 2016 campaign. The informant was reportedly used to gather information for the Bureau's investigation into political collusion between Trump aides and Russian officials in their attempts to meddle in the presidential race. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't Trump say something kind of interesting? Yes, he did. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking there's no way that JED got up at 3 in the morning to listen to that. And you are incorrect. Wait for the trucks to go by. And then here it is. Let's see if this works, okay? All right. I'm on top of the region looking down on pollution. And here it is. All right, quiet, everybody.
If they had spies in my campaign, during my campaign for political purposes, that would be unprecedented in the history of our country.
Do you like that? If you guys are watching, you're like, is he really putting his phone to his microphone? Hi, what are you doing? USA hoist, what's everybody up to? Hi, how are you? Riding your motorcycle, huh? Why not, huh? I'm on top of the region looking down on pollution, and the only intelligence I can find is the people who call my show day in, day out. Hey, what's up? Your muffler, fix it! I'm just trying to see how far away I can get from here. You want to know what else Trump said today? Yesterday, he tweeted real nice. That was a nice comment. Hey, excuse me. Excuse me. He said, hey, follow the money. The spy, this is the FBI informant, was there early in the campaign and yet never reported collusion with Russia because there was no collusion. He was only there to spy for political reasons and to help crooked Hillary win. Just like they did to Bernie Sanders, who got duped. I agree with that to some extent, by the way. They duped Bernie Sanders because he would have won if they didn't have this ridiculous thing called superdelegates. It's just a way for Democratic fat cats to just show how much power they have. And it worked. You got the party favorite in there, but the party favorite lost. Hey, what are you doing? Nice peeping. Wipe off your windshields in the morning, huh? It's a beautiful day out here, man. I mean, we haven't had it. I mean, it's still in the 40s. Imagine if it was 48 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona in the morning, although it gets cold in the desert, right? You'd be in a winter coat. Or if it was 48 degrees in Orlando, Florida, you'd be like, oh my God, the oranges are gonna die. But it's 48 degrees here in the region, and we have been living under a cloud. Hey, what's up? It was even gray yesterday. I mean, literally, it has been so rainy. I mean, what is it? Here in the Midwest, it is the second wettest April on record. You have to go back 137 years. And then this May is the third wettest May on record. And Alexis and I went down to Alsip Home and Nursery and saw Rich Christakis' clan and bought boatloads of flowers. And they're sitting on a picnic table, and they're going to get planted today because it's supposed to be so nice. Hey, big bus, big bus. All right, what else is going on in America? One other thing I wanted to tell you about, and I think that was it, right? No, it was something about a straw. Locomochina. Oh, yes. The Houston Rockets. Did you guys see this last night? I went to bed. Tried to watch it. First of all, Golden State started out, I think it was 12-2 or 12-0. And then Houston came back, and I kind of dozed off on the couch. And at halftime, it was Houston up by like 7. And then they went up by like 9 or so. And then next thing you know, I woke up again, and Golden State was winning by like 10. Oh my God, Golden State, they haven't lost a playoff game at home in 16 games. So I'm like, they're up by 10. I'm going to bed. Honey, move over. I'm coming in. Coming in hot. Wake up this morning. Hey, what are you doing? Nice horn. Have a good day at work. Look what happened. In the fourth quarter, Houston outscored Golden State, the defending champions, by a score of 25-12, and that evens that series at 2-2. So let's see. What is the Cleveland series? I'm getting so confused. I know that Cleveland's either up, it's even, too. They're both 2-2, right? Hey, Ryan, they're both 2-2? But Ryan's kind of busy. But anyways, hey, here you go. What are you doing? Kind of run on your toes. You ever been told that? Anyways, there goes Bobby Lendy. Man, look at him. He's a real speedster right there. He's like, what are you talking about running on my toes? All right, that ought to do it for today. I think I'm going to go inside. JED in America, thanks. I do want to talk about something. We are here in the tradition of radio. And we're on AM 1230, which has been around since 1923 or 24. We're going to have to figure that out at some point. And then we're also in the transition to the internet. It's been going on for 20 years, but we're really in a transition to becoming a streaming video company in addition to what we're doing. And it's really kind of cool because I think we're finding some people that are really getting the medium. And Rick Kubik is doing all sorts of videos that you can catch in our WJOB Facebook feed, where he just kind of goes around and he goes to the Nike missile site, or he goes to the old Commonwealth Edison site, and he tells stories about it and just does kind of goofy stuff. We've been pushing him to do that because he's one of the more creative people in America. He was a 6'8" drummer for Madder Rose, and he traveled the world as a drummer, rock punk drummer, and that's how he met Cotton Marlowe over here and lives in Highland, and that's whatever. So he could tell his own meandering story. Well, you could watch his Nike missile site thing. I think almost 5,000 of you have, and it's pretty cool. And also yesterday, Sam Michael, who does a young conservative from 1 to 3 here Central Time in the afternoon, he talks about, you know, the world's problems and so forth from the vantage point of a young conservative from Highland, Indiana. He had 5,100 views yesterday. I don't know what's going on, but I want to just point out to you guys that there is some amazing talent if you just go down the feed there. Yesterday you had Payne through, I forget what it is, but Isha Haley does one. He had iRaise Radio. He had Harlow on. If you go back a little bit, on, let's see, what is it, Wednesday? I went on Monday night or Tuesday? Yeah, Monday night. No, today's Thursday. I went on Tuesday night. And today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So I went Monday night to Giuseppe's Italian restaurant, and I interviewed, he only speaks Italian, so it was kind of funny, but the best pizza chef in the world, or one of the best pizza chefs in the world, and he made a pizza for us live on Facebook. And a bunch of you have watched that also. So there's a transition going on. I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm loving it. And you can, for now, you can catch all of our stuff on our Facebook feed. Just type in WJOB 1230. All right, I'm Jim Delo. AM 1230, 1047, TuneIn app, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The voice and face of the region. Click.